So I wanted to just make a video on why I smoke a pipe. I know it's not like important or anything, I just thought it'd be fun. Because I find that with vaping and cigarettes as popular as they are now, these things are going out of style, which really sucks because they're so much better than both of those. Cigars as well. I wish more people smoked cigars. There are entire subreddits dedicated to cigars and tobacco pipes, and weed pipes probably. But when talking about my pipe, this one, Church Warden, I got for Christmas, I really like it. I can't find anything online about it though. I always specified tobacco because there are also crack pipes and weed pipes, and I'm not interested in crack or weed. I got my pipe tobacco, what more do I need, you know? I also thought, you know, this video wouldn't really be complete, I guess, if I wasn't smoking my Church Warden. Now, you saw my other pipe, if anyone actually watched my other videos, probably not. I think the one has like 8 views, so that's good. But that one, sadly, was broken just before Christmas, so I guess just in time. But wait, what makes tobacco pipes so much better than vaping or cigarettes? Well, let's see. They smell good. I think that's the biggest thing with tobacco pipes, because cigarettes smell terrible. Even Belmonts, the ones that are supposed to be nice and high-end almost, they don't smell good. They smell gross. And you can smell it from people 10 feet away, that stank of cigarettes. And you can tell that it's cigarettes because it's got that very distinct smell. And weed doesn't smell much better either, trust me. I live in a town where weed is popular. So, they smell good. They taste good. I've had cigarettes. I've been told I've had 3, but I only remember the 2. The first one, I don't remember at all, like whatsoever. I was with my friends, we were around a campfire, and apparently I had one, but I don't remember it whatsoever. I hadn't even had any alcohol, so I can't claim that I was drunk. The second one was just to prove that I had had one and confirm that I didn't like them. I think it was also a Belmont, and that wasn't... It was flavorless and boring. Plus, it made my lungs feel weird because you're inhaling all that tar into your mouth. Well, into your lungs as well. With a tobacco pipe and a cigar, you don't inhale those into your lungs because with a cigar, you will probably die very quickly. Well, that might be an overstatement, but you'll wish you were dead because it will burn. Now, let's see if I can get this thing burning itself. Okay, that should be good. People think that tobacco pipes are complicated to smoke. They're not really. You just put some tobacco in it, pack it down a little, light it, pack it down again, relight it. And don't inhale them into your lungs, because it hurts. Trust me, I've done it before accidentally. So, tobacco pipes smell good, they taste good, and they look super classy. You know how many people have come up to me and called me names like Oswald the First? I was at the designated smoking area at school one day, during lunch break, and I was lighting my small pipe, my Superior Ebony from Amazon, yeah, and I could hear them talking about me, because they're like, look at this guy with his pipe. I bet his name is something like Oswald the First. Because they're so uncommon, people are like, oh, it's amazing, I want to, you know, I wish I could smoke a pipe, and it always makes me wonder, why don't you? You mean, you could. I got mine from Amazon. If you want to get into pipe smoking, you can always try like a corncob pipe. It's not going to be as nice as like a Peterson or a Dunhil, but those are getting real expensive. I'm talking $200-300 a piece. Now this one, I don't know anything about this one. It just says Lula on it. I can't find it online. It's just, it doesn't exist, I guess. So I got it for Christmas, like I mentioned earlier, and I can't find any information on it, but it smokes pretty well. I was outside the Zombie Zellers in Ottawa a little while ago, and my mom and 2 sisters were in there. Well, 2 of my sisters. And they took almost 2 hours to get everything done. Thank God I've got Spotify Premium, or I would not have survived. And I'm leaning up against the car that we came in, and a lady walked up to me, because her car was like, you know, ours was here, hers was there. So she was getting in her car, and she said to me as she was getting in, you know, I was just saying the other day that nobody smokes pipes anymore. And I just kind of laughed and told her I like them better than cigarettes, and then she was on her way. And I gotta say, I like little comments like that. They're nice. They make me feel special. But it's just to show people that with vaping and cigarettes becoming so common, there are still people like me who enjoy the finer things in life. You can also smoke a bowl of this for like 20 minutes. I've done it. It's great. A cigarette will last 5, if that. So people have asked me, like, you're still smoking that thing? Because it's like 10, 15 minutes later. Yeah, I am. And cigars can take up to an hour or more, depending on how big it is. I saw a cigar on Reddit. I swear to God it was 2 feet long. That would take days. So, they're classy. They look, they look good. They smell good. They taste good. The smell also does not linger. So, if you have a couple cigarettes, or you're around people who have cigarettes, the smell kind of sticks to your clothes, and it's hard to get out. With these, you can... Okay, in my man cave here that I'm in, which is kind of cold right now, I had 2 friends, well, 2 of my friends, they came over, and this isn't like a huge place. We each had a tobacco pipe, and we were smoking all day. All day. And you didn't smell it afterwards. It would smell nice in here for a couple minutes, and then the smell would be gone, which is also kind of a drawback, because I really like the smell. So if you wanted to, like, smoke in secret, these things are a great way to do so, because no one would ever know unless you showed them. Or they could smell it, but it would smell nice, because I've had a lot of people tell me how nice they smell. Now, what about cigars? Well, I don't have as much experience with cigars. I've only ever had, like... I don't want to include the first 3, because they were really crappy cigars. They were like $2 cigars from an Indian reserve, so they were... For my first cigars, I knew they were bad. I knew they were bad when I bought them, but what the hell. So, cigars, basically, in some aspects, the same as a pipe. They look super cool, they smell nice, you inhale them, you'll wish you were dead. I've never inhaled a cigar, but a friend of mine once inhaled a Colt, which is like a mini cigar, because he forgot that it wasn't a cigarette, and it burned the inside of his throat. He was almost, like, he was tearing up because it hurt, and we were all laughing at him. It's like, dumbass. But they look cool and they smell nice, basically, is what it boils down to. And again, I don't have as much experience with cigars as I do with tobacco pipes, so I could be missing some stuff here. They're a lot more expensive, definitely a lot more expensive than any cigarette I've ever found. Because you can buy a pack of Belmonts for like $18 or something. An $18 cigar is... You can pay $100 a stick and get a good cigar. I don't think there's a pack of cigarettes out there that you pay $100 for and you get good cigarettes. Or that you pay $100 for at all. So, why do I smoke a pipe? Well, they're nice. My dad was... Well, he's been smoking them for a few years now. And I've always really liked the smell of it. And people tell me that. They tell me that it reminds them of their grandparents, of their grandfather specifically, because the tobacco smells good. I also like showing off. I'm not going to lie. If I'm sitting, you know, outside a restaurant or something, as long as there are no smoking signs, or there are no smoking signs, and there's no one around who I know isn't going to appreciate it, mothers, children, I won't smoke around kids, or no smoking signs. Or if I'm just walking down the road, you know, I might have my pipe out. And the looks that some people give me is just, it's great. So I really do enjoy showing off. If you do that with a cigarette, people don't look a second time. They don't bat an eye. They don't care. I personally find cigarettes unattractive. I see them and I'm like, oh, gross. Because I know they smell bad and they don't taste good. So, basically, just to recap, why tobacco pipes and cigars are so much better than cigarettes and vapes. They smell good, they taste nice, they look super classy, and I was called once, explicit content warning, a classy motherfucker, because I was smoking my pipe. So they smell good, they taste nice, they look super cool, and they last 20 minutes a bowl, sometimes more, sometimes less, depends on how quickly you smoke it. I'm taking my time with this one. And the smell does not linger. I kind of wish it did, though, because then I'd just smell like chocolate or wood. Some people have asked me if I've been smoking chocolate. Some people said it tasted like wood, because, you know, you get a little in your mouth, kind of, and you can taste it a little bit. I even have people want to try this thing themselves, and I let them, because, you know, I want, even if I can get one person in my lifetime that I've met, or that I've shown this video to smoke pipes, because they thought, hey, I saw that guy doing it, so I want to try it. Hey, this is pretty good. Then that would make all the difference to me. I mean, it wouldn't change anything in the long run. It'd just be really cool. And hopefully he could spread the word to his friends or her friends. And we might be able to get pipes back in style. I'm not hoping for that. I don't think it'll ever happen. I think pipes are dying. And people say, well, you'll die if you smoke pipes. You will. I'm not denying there's no risk of cancer with these things, because there definitely is. Just not as big a risk, because you don't smoke them as often, there's not all that tar, well, not as much tar, and you're not inhaling it into your lungs, so you won't get lung cancer. I mean, you can inhale pipes into your lungs, but you shouldn't. If you inhale a cigar, well, lung cancer will be the least of your concerns. So, if you want to get into pipe smoking, try a corncob pipe. You can find them, I mean, there's one, a little kiosk in a mall that's just outside, well, just in town. So you could check malls. There are pipe and cigar shops. I mean, in most cities, I think. Amazon even. Pretty much any pipe, if you're just starting from Amazon, should work. If you are buying a pipe from Amazon, I have heard that Joy Old Elf, that brand, they make pipes out of questionable wood, which can potentially poison you. So just keep that in mind before you buy them. But they do make really nice looking pipes. You might also want to get yourself one of these. Little pipe tool, so you can pack the tobacco down and not use your thumb, or you can clean it out with a little pick or the little scoop. I don't know what that part's called. But they're nice. They smell good, and I feel really cool when I'm smoking them around people who smoke cigarettes, just as an example. And I wish I could have more cigars, but they're not. I can't find anywhere that sells them other than the Reserve, and those are crappy cigars. So definitely try getting into these if you're taking up smoking, which you probably shouldn't because it will kill you. But if you have to, go for pipes and cigars because they are less likely to kill you. And with that, I bid you adieu.